We know that as any new company sets out to create systems for introducing its product or service, having a platform mindset will enable it to achieve maximum scalability and efficiency. And that's exactly what I want to talk with our next guest about. Marcus Fontoura has spent more than 20 years in big tech companies, has been at the forefront of industry-shaping technology innovations, and we're going to talk all about it. He's now the CTO at Stone, a leading provider of financial technology and software solutions, and has played a role in the company's technological transformation. His new book, A Platform Mindset, Building a Culture of Collaboration, shares how companies can expand and scale processes to bring about competitive advantages. Marcus, welcome to the program.
I'm super happy to be here.
Absolutely. Marcus, the former CEO of, or actually maybe the current CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella, his book focuses on what matters most in this digital age, inclusive workplaces where creativity and innovation solve complex customer problems. What are the challenges in achieving this condition?
I think what he highlights about collaboration and having teams that can work well together and taking dependencies on each other. One of the points that I always like to say, and then Satya always like to say internally when he addresses the technologies that work for him, is that every feature we want to do in this modern world is highly complex. And even if you're a super smart engineer, it's very little that you can do by yourself. So to really do all the innovations that we need to do and do the changes that will impact the world in the way we want to impact the world, we need to collaborate. We need to build platforms that are scalable, that efficient.
Mm-hmm.
And building these platforms requires taking dependencies on other teams and working well with other teams. So in my book, what I try to do is highlight the complexities of building these platforms, but also the complexities, both organizational and culture, of working together and building these solutions that are highly scalable and highly impactful.
Fascinating, absolutely fascinating. And what's your vision for how technology should be designed and implemented to drive business growth?
The main thing that we try to address in the book is this multiplicative effect of platforms. So, for instance, in Stone, we are like a payment system and a banking solution for entrepreneurs. And we try to address several segments in the market, from like small shops to very large corporations. So to be able to scale and to do this effectively, we spent a lot of time in thinking what are the underpinnings of banking and payments that can be encapsulated in a reusable platform that can work for all the segments in a clean way without friction, and then in a scalable way and in a cost-effective way. So once you have that clean idea of a platform that you can encapsulate most of the complexity, then we can reuse this platform and have it be the underpinning for your solutions that will address multiple domains. So having the experience, both the domain experience and the experience in how to build highly scalable systems combined and encapsulating those experiences in a reusable platform is one of the core themes of the book.
Wow. It sounds like a great read, and we're going to make sure our listeners can find it. But I know something hot on the topic of, hot on the mind of every single listener here is how companies can hire and develop and even manage an efficient and diverse technology team. It's a big challenge, isn't it, Marcus? Tell us, I guess, your advice on that topic.
Yeah, so like hiring in technology or in any other competitive field is super challenging. We can see like the fight for people in Silicon Valley. It's like amazing. And we saw some public examples of like what happened with AI companies trying to steal top talent from one to the other. And it's super important that we have these key people in your company. And attracting top engineers, it is always tough, right? You're not not only experienced professionals, but also college hires, given all the demand that we have for engineering jobs and engineering talent in this world that everything it functions through technology. So I devote a lot of my time as an executive and also a lot of the book in covering what are the key things about hiring top people. And that has to do a lot of the environment that you create. It has to be an environment that people feel that they are heard, that they can contribute ideas, that they are not only building short-term solutions, but they also have the time and space to think about how this solution will impact the world in the long run and build solutions that are really highly scalable and applicable to solve a broad set of problems. I'm a big believer that like technology can solve most of the world's problems, but that can only be done if you have like a highly collaborative team with experienced people. So a lot of my job as a technologist is building such a team.
Absolutely. I'm chatting with Marcus Fontoura, and he's got a fantastic new read. It's called The Platform Mindset, Building a Culture of Collaboration, which shares how companies can expand and scale processes to bring about competitive advantages. We'll be sure to get our listeners in touch with Marcus and, of course, find the book. But we've got to squeeze in a very quick break here and get down to business. The show all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. Remember, you can always find our shows on your favorite podcast app. Just search for Get Down to Business. And be sure and do me a favor, subscribe, rate, review, and share so you don't miss a single episode. Again, you're listening to Get Down to Business. We'll be right back. Hey, and we're back with tech innovator Marcus Fontoura, who has quite literally written the book, A Platform Mindset, Building a Culture of Collaboration. He does this based on his 20 plus years in big tech companies, and he's now the Chief Technology Officer at Stone, a leading provider of financial technology and software solutions. So he knows what he's talking about. So Marcus, I want to talk about diversity. How does diversity in the corporate environment and within a tech team create a significant social impact, promoting education and transformation, both within and outside organizations?
We talked a lot about the team and how important it is to have like a highly productive organization and a collaborative organization. And what I observe in my experience leading technology teams for many years is that sometimes you have like very bright engineers that don't feel that they can contribute the most because somehow they are not heard. They don't feel that they are in an environment where ideas are welcome, where they feel safe enough to contribute their personal viewpoints, and where they feel that it's safe to criticize ideas in a constructive way and to collaborate on ideas. But all this is super relevant when we are trying to change the world and changing the world using technology. So a lot of my job as a technology leader is really thinking about how to create this environment where everyone feels that they are heard, that their ideas are heard, that they can contribute, they can be who they are, and they are contributing ideas that are really impacting the products, the organization, and the world. And it's easier said than done because especially when the work is remote and people are working from home, and sometimes engineers are very shy. Sometimes it's their first job. Anyway, given this challenging environment, it's the job of the leader to create a team culture that welcomes these ideas and where people feel safe, psychologically safe to contribute. So that's what the diversity in technology means to me.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And again, you've quite literally written the book, which is awesome. So how can your book help managers, students, and technology professionals develop their careers?
I use the book to highlight what I've learned from a lot of my mentors during the years, to tell some of my personal stories since my first job at IBM when I was super young, and the challenges I face, both personally and in the job, and challenges not only related to technology, but also related to culture, trying to change culture and impacting teams and ultimately impacting the platforms and the technology that we built. And also, I was privileged enough to be part of like Microsoft when Satya Nadella was leading the cultural transformation, and I tried to tell that story from my viewpoint when I was there as well, and how I've seen growth mindset and the idea of like a platform mindset and building reusable platforms be put into practice to help companies to achieve what they can achieve in impacting the world with technology.
Amazing. So I want to give the last word over to you, Marcus, so folks can find your book and get in touch with you. How can they do so?
I'm very active on LinkedIn. People can find me there. And then also the book is available in everywhere we find books, Amazon, Barnes & Noble. And it was a very personal book for me, so I hope you guys like it. I'd love to hear your feedback. And then besides the book, I try to write a lot about technology, and LinkedIn is my main platform, or my website that is fontoura.org. And I'm looking forward to hearing from you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us on the program. That's a wrap for us this week on Get Down to Business, the show about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. We'll be back, of course, next week with a whole jam-packed lineup of guests. You don't want to miss it. To success, let's get down to business. We'll see you then.